Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, we will be talking about Eric Garcia. Then we will be moving on to the Arthur Melo situation that he has currently going on with FC Barcelona. And lastly, we will be talking about 9 new players that will be coming into FC Barcelona in this summer. Some will be coming for the first time and some players will be coming from loan. And so we are first going to start with Eric Garcia. And so the reason why I do want to talk about Eric Garcia today is because I think that it is clear that Barcelona do want to bring in Eric Garcia. Their intentions is to bring a brand new defender within these next 12 months. Now the big question that Barcelona do want to justify is why should Barcelona pay 15 million euros extra to bring in Eric Garcia? Because right now Man City are pricing him at 30 million euros. And just to give this topic more context, the contract of Eric Garcia does end in 2021 in the summer, which is why we do question why should we pay 30 million euros in this summer when we can get him for free in the next summer. And so we do have Moises Llorens and Samuel from ESPN giving more details about this Eric Garcia operation, because when we talk about this defender, it does include other defenders, and I'm going to explain what I mean by that right now. So right now, Barcelona's plan is they can only bring in players depending on how many players they do sell in this summer. And right now, Barcelona's goal is to make space in the defensive line before bringing in Eric Garcia. And the best way to do that, according to Barcelona, is to sell Samuel Umtiti and Todibo. It has also been said by Moises Llorens that they do want to sell Umtiti because of his performances and because of his knee problem, and he is becoming more of a liability than an asset to this club. And as for Todibo, Barcelona do see interest from other clubs from Portugal, England, France, and they do see the chance of selling Todibo at 25 million euros. And it says here, according to Samuel and Moises Llorens, Barcelona have not yet made contact with Manchester City about Garcia and only plan to do so once the Champions League ends, which both teams are still involved in, and both teams must reach their final conclusion in the tournament. They continue to say that they do not expect City to make it easy for them when talks begin, having described the relationship between the two clubs is average, but it is not excellent, and highlighting a number of past incidents. So with that being said, right, do you guys agree with the club's decision with this transfer strategy? Like, for example, should we let go of Todibo and bring in Eric Garcia? Because that is the big debate that has been going on around the media, is why should we let go of Todibo when the age of these two players are almost exactly the same? And here's where I want to give my opinion on this, right? Because I also do have my little debate going on with this decision that Barcelona do want to do in this summer. If Barcelona make this decision based off a sporting reason and they have analyzed on why Eric Garcia can be more effective as a Barcelona defender than Todibo, then yes, by all means go for it. But if Barcelona's intentions is to sell Todibo only because you want to make 25 million euros in profit, that would not be ideal. Barcelona needs to have the right intentions and say, look, Todibo tactically cannot bring what Eric Garcia could bring on the field. And that is why I say that this decision has to come with a good study. It has to make sense sporting wise, and I really do hope Barcelona is making this decision because it makes more sense sportingly. But this is where it gets very interesting, right? Because it says here, according to El Equipe, that Todibo has rejected a proposal from Benfica. And here in this report, I think that it is safe to say that Todibo does not want to leave FC Barcelona. I believe that he is going to go through the Arthur Melo route, where he's going to continue to say no to many clubs in the market, and it's just simply going to be very tough to see, because I have a feeling that Barcelona do not want to let him go because Todibo does not fit in tactically on the field. I think that Barcelona do want to sell this player because they do see that profit margin, and that is what worries me the most. And so I really do think that the club should make Todibo stay for one more season. I don't see no reason why Barcelona should sell this player. If he could bring something to the field, which we have seen multiple times with FC Barcelona, for example, in the match against Inter Milan, why not just wait until next summer? Let's give Todibo a chance, a full season until the summer of 2021, and then analyze on if Todibo did bring something good to the table or not. And even if he did and he plays amazing, we can still bring Eric Garcia in for free. There is nothing wrong with bringing in Eric Garcia in the next summer, then having Todibo, Araujo, and Lenglet fighting for all of those spots. We need that competitive spirit. We need that depth. And I think that that is the best plan and route Barcelona can go through. And lastly, Moises Llorens ended with this. If they can't agree a fee with City this summer, Barcelona will have to wait until January when they can sign a pre-contract agreement with Garcia as he moves into the final 6 months of his deal, which is basically explaining something similar to the Trincao situation where we did sign him about 5 to 6 months back. But that is where we stand today with Eric Garcia and FC Barcelona. I know that it gets very complex because this is actually the first time where we do have to talk about one transfer and then invite other players in this operation, because unfortunately Barcelona is struggling with funds, and so we cannot just talk about one player anymore. We do have to talk about this player and then say, okay, but what about that player? But that is where we stand with Eric Garcia. Whatever new details do come up with this player, we will be talking about it here in this channel. Moving on to the next topic of the day, and we're going to be talking about Arthur Melo. So before we get into the news of Arthur Melo, I'm going to explain what happened 2 days before this, which was basically before the match against Napoli, because there was an incident where Arthur Melo was trying to get into this match between Barcelona and Napoli. But unfortunately, this club did not allow Arthur Melo to attend in this match. They rejected his offer. They told Arthur Melo to go back home. And then I explained after that match that the idea of FC Barcelona was that they were only allowed to bring in 320 people. They had a specific amount of people that was expected to come in. They had journalists, players, coaches, staff, and in those 320 people, Arthur Melo was not featured in that group. And so now it looks like the relationship is more distant than ever. And I think that this is a very important topic to talk about, because when we do talk about a player having a bad relationship with the club, it's always good to know and follow how these clubs do treat the player, and just know how the club's management really is, because it does really give us an idea on just how well this club is really run. And that is why I want to bring it in today's video. Like, for example, is Arthur Melo going to celebrate with Barcelona if for some reason Barcelona wins the UCL? Is he just going to continue to stay at home, or is he going to be featured on that field? And that is why it's so important, because we don't know what's going to happen. And according to Adrian Albets, Arthur has met with Eric Abidal in this morning at the Barcelona Sports Center. This afternoon, the sports management will speak with Setien to make a decision about Arthur's sports future. Meaning, is Arthur Melo going to return with the team, or is he not? A couple of hours later, it has been officially confirmed that Arthur will not enter any group dynamics until the discipline case, which has opened for his absence from training, is resolved. In the coming days, there will be a new meeting between his lawyers and the club. And so right now, we don't know if there's any details between this club finding this player, or if he's going to be able to leave for free tomorrow or after the Champions League is over. Those details are not uncovered yet, but as of now, Arthur Melo cannot see his teammates until this issue is resolved. And now moving on to the last topic of the day, and we're going to be talking about the 9 players that will be coming in and start preseason training with FC Barcelona. And this is some great news to hear, because I have been waiting for this announcement to come in, and it says here, according to Barcelona, a total of 9 Barcelona players will start their preseason this week. Those players include Pedri, Trincao, Fernandez, Todibo, Wague, Alenia, Rafinha, Miranda, and Oriol Busquets. These are the players that will all undergo a medical checkup tomorrow. And again, this is some great news to hear, because we do hear some new players coming in to start the preseason. And just a reminder, these players that will be starting preseason in this week are going to be completely isolated from the Barcelona players that are attending the UCL tournament. These two groups will have 2 completely different schedules. And so out of these 9 players that we are talking about, I want to focus on the new players that are coming in. And those new players is Pedri, Trincao, and Fernandez. These 3 players will be coming to the club for the first time. And that is a huge deal for us fans and this club, because with these players arriving at the club early, they're going to get to know the people, the environment, the academy players, the staff, the coaches, anyone that's included in that facility. Pedri, Trincao, and Fernandez are going to meet them early. They're going to understand how the environment list is. And while they're doing that, Barcelona is going to be in the UCL. And now with adding that, I think that Trincao, Pedri, and Fernandes are going to have a sense and a understanding on just how competitive Barcelona really is, because they are not going to be the only young players that are going to be looking for a breakthrough into the first team. I think that that is a huge deal for us fans and for the players, because with those players having fast adaptability and having that early preseason start, I think that by the time Setien does come in, he's going to have an idea of where their heads is at, what they can offer, and most importantly, how these three players can be implemented into the first team. I hope that Trincao, Pedri, and Fernandes really do consume the club's culture in Spain, and again, understand that they will not be the only players there to be looking for that first team spot. And just to add in some final details, it says here, relevant medical checkups are scheduled for Wednesday afternoon before the start of preseason training, which will begin on Thursday on the 13th at 6:30 p.m. And so that'll be it for today's Barcelona Daily News. I want to quickly remind you guys that there will be a Barcelona v Bayern pre-match preview that will be coming on Thursday, and there is so much to uncover. There is a lot to look forward to, and it's going to be very exciting. I cannot wait. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.